Hi, and welcome to our last lecture in Han. This is week 12, and this lecture will be focused on final exam preparation. Okay, so just before we start with the class today, a couple of reminders. Exam preparation section. So if you go into the Han LMS page, if you scroll down, you should be able to see week 12 exam preparation section. And if you go into that section, you will be able to download a copy of the worksheet for this lecture, okay? In addition, I will be uploading them recorded here. In addition, you may want to play with the additional links to provide you some information about an example of MCQs or a copy of practice exams for you to do. What else? On the exam date, what you need to do is to go into the assessment section. So again, go back. This is the assessment section. The final exam will be online. Okay, so you can scroll down here. We've got the links for flag test that you've done before. And this link for the final exam will be active on the exam date. You need to click on that. It will take you to the online exam section. We'll discuss this in details. So this is some information related to exam preparation, how to access the exam. On Wednesday, this Wednesday, we will have our last tutorial, which will be about Q&A session to help answering any question you may have related to component 2 and 3. Component 2 will be related to the neuroanatomy and vascular supply. Component 3 will be related to ear and eye contents. Both of these two components will be focused in team report, okay, this Friday. So while you are preparing or revising the contents for these components, if you've got any question, you are very welcome to send them through to be covered in the tutorial this Wednesday. The last day to send your questions through is midday tomorrow, Tuesday, so that I've got time to compile all the questions in one Word document and upload it on LMS. Thanks to all of you who have sent the questions through the weekend. I'll be going through them and responding to you today. Team report on Friday. Okay, if you are in the blended cohort, okay, and you are unfortunate, you've got like COVID infection or you are sick on that day, you cannot attend until the team report with your colleagues. What's the alternative options? I've responded to a couple of queries about this. Probably it would be good to record it so that everyone will listen or watch this. So some options we may offer you. First option is if you are well, but you cannot come due to quarantine, there is an opportunity for you to join the concurrent online session and do the team report online, either on your own, if you are comfortable to do that, or join one of the established sign-up sheet if there are breakout rooms through the sign-up sheet, if there is a space, and taking into consideration that all the students in that group are happy for you to join it. Okay, so once you are aware that you are not able to come physically due to COVID infection or something else, but you are still able to join the online workshop, you must tell us ASAP so that I can open the sign-up sheet for the concurrent online for you to look and try to join them, to join the appropriate team. Alternatively, if it is like just the day before, like Thursday, and there is no time, sufficient time for you to join a suitable team, it might be still possible for you to join the Zoom session, providing that you contacted the Han team and you've got an approval. So you join the concurrent online session and speak with the tutor for that particular session. If there is students in similar situation, or if there is a capacity for some of the groups to get more students, they are happy to do that. So then it might be possible for you to join one of the established ones. The other alternative option is to do the supplementary team report. If you are sick on Friday, you are not able to actually do any work, which is fine, we understand. We will certainly, you need to apply for extension. And the earliest time we can offer you to do the team report is Monday, next Monday, 30th of May at 10 o'clock. We've got a time scheduled for the supplementary team report, so you can either do it online or blended. So you must tell us which venue or which way you would prefer, and then we can work with you through that. Yes, so that was related to COVID related issues. Do you have any queries, any question about the above? All right, so if there is no questions, let's start with the class for today. So this is about the end of semester exam preparation. While we are preparing the end of semester exam, the questions will be based on the topics that we have done over the semester. And you'll see here that I've listed all the main topics with the relevant lecturer. And the idea is to get an even number of questions across all of these, just for a fair point, so that we'd expect to get near even, so it won't be 100% even, so it will try to get like homogeneous combination of questions from all these topics that have been covered in the semester. The date and time of the test, you should receive a link for the end of semester exam for semester 1. And this is the link. If you haven't accessed the link yet, there is a link here. And for PAN exam, it's scheduled to be on Wednesday, 15th of June. Okay. The exam will be available to you to be open from 9 o'clock all the way to 12 o'clock. Okay. The time or the duration of the end of semester exam is 2 hours plus 15 minutes. So it will be open within the 3 hours window. You must access the exam at 9 o'clock or shortly after 9 o'clock to be able to consume all the allocated time. Obviously, if you've got a learning access plan, lab students, so the time will be adjusted based on the guidelines or instruction provided in your lab. Okay. I'll certainly be in touch with you, providing you advice about the extended time for your exam based on your lab. What's the structure of the end of semester exam? 3 main sections. The first section is MCQ format, something similar to what you have done in flag test, and you would expect to find some questions from the flag test that you have done before. So generally speaking, we may use different combinations of the MCQs. Most probably is the one you'll see that majority of them will be something similar to the one that you've done through the flag test. The second one will be about diagram questions. So you may find an image or a diagram and ask you relevant questions. So there will be 4 diagrams in total and ask you relevant questions. And the third section will be about the short answer question, where you'll be provided with 3 short answer questions. And this will be something similar in format in clinical scenario, similar to the team report. So when you do team report, you'll have a better idea about section 3 of the final exam and ask you to answer some relevant questions. For the short answer questions, which is the same for team report, each correct answer, each correct relevant answer you provide, you'll get 0.5. So make sure that you provide a holistic answer relevant to that particular question. So it's not something you provide correct answer, but it's completely irrelevant to the question itself. All your answers must be relevant to the question and look into the 0.5s. We'll combine all 0.5s. How to access the test, as I showed you earlier in the class. This link will be active on the exam date, so you can click on that and access it, similar to the flag test links. What happens if you've got technical difficulties while attempting? Similar to the policy that we use for flag test. Take documented by photo or video using your mobile, which is appropriate in this scenario, although no photos are allowed for the exam. But if you've got technical difficulties, you need to show it to us and send it to PAM3HAN mail address. Myself or one of the coordination team will certainly get back to you with a response. Learning access plan eligible for extension. Yes, you'll be eligible extension. If you haven't sent your lab plan yet, please send them through to the shared mail box. What else? I think that's all from my end. Yeah, that's all from my end. Do you have any question related to this class or to the preparation? Anything related to end of semester exam?
So it's 2 hours and 15 minutes, but then we have a 3 hours gap for the exam.
Yes, Wayne.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Because we understand that if all the students started at 9 o'clock sharp, there might be some sort of technical issues. This is from the previous year or 2 years. Although the LMS has been significantly improved to allow more than many students to access specific link at the same time, but still, just to have some window flexibility in case like your internet to drop and you move back into the exam or something else, we should be have some flexibility. But yes, you must do it within the 3 hours window. How many questions per section? So the exam, we haven't finalized the final number of questions for several reasons. One of them is that we must make sure that the number of questions will be sufficient for students to be completed within that time. Currently, what the draft is to have 12 to 16 MCQs for section 1. There will be a total of 4 diagrams, just selection. So you don't need to write anything, just rather than select the correct answer at the current scenario. And this will have 4 diagrams. Each one will have 6 marks. So it will be a total of 24. And for the short answer questions, it will be 3 short answer questions in total, 6 marks each, will be 18 points. So the total mark will be 54, and then it will be translated later on into out of 30%. The time allocated last year, we used 4 short answer questions instead of 3, with the same number of MCQs and diagrams. And majority of the students said, okay, this year we decide to remove 1 short answer question. So in theory, you should have more time this year as compared to the students who did the test last year. And this is partly based on feedback from the students via the SFS from last year. But before we confirm everything, what we need is to prepare the final version. The final version will be circulated within the coordination team, and each one will try to do the test on their own and check the time taken. We understand that coordination team know more about the details, so they may be answering quicker, but we've got some relation to connect the time that the tutor take to do the test versus the expected time students will take the test. So I'm sure that you will have plenty of time to do that, but it's part of the standardization issue. Anything else?
About the short answer questions, is it similar to like second year anatomy, like every point is like 0.5 marks, and then it adds up.
Correct. This is for the short answer question way. So if you are drawing a diagram or answering short answer question, direct short answer question, each correct answer you provide, you will get 0.5. So usually for the diagrams, we'll have 6 marks each. Okay. Sorry, for the short answer question, it will have 6 marks each, and we will have like an answer key, which include 0.5s given to each correct point. And then we'll go through your answers and try to calculate the total 0.5 that you provided. And this will help us calculate the final mark for your questions, for your answer, sorry. Thank you. All right, then that's all from my end. Just like another reminder about the Wednesday tutorial. If you've got anything related to component 2.3 you would like me to revise, please send your questions to the mailbox, subject's mailbox before or by midday tomorrow. Thanks, everyone.